My name is Maya Joy KahNah, and I am a psychic who is on a mission to help everyday people achieve true love. And in this video, I am going to be going over which type of desires attract which type of relationship. So let's jump right in and get started. All right, so if you find yourself really just thinking, oh my gosh, I just really need a partner. I cannot survive without a partner. I cannot survive without a relationship. And I really want somebody who's just gonna make me okay and who can sort of solve all of my problems and who's gonna help me to have the life that I really want. I just want a strong person to just come into my life and to help put everything back in order again and to help me to feel really strong and to feel like I matter. If you sort of are putting those thoughts out into the universe, the type of connection that you're most likely to attract from that sort of desperate energy is either going to be no one, where just nobody comes into your life and you feel really alone, or if you do attract someone, then you're most likely to attract sort of an abusive relationship, or you're likely to attract a narcissist, because that's the only type of person who's going to come into your life and say, let me take over, I can take care of everything for you, I have all the answers for you. The next type of desire is somebody who desires familiarity, a person who puts out a desire of, wow, I really want love, and I want somebody who feels familiar, and I want somebody who I'm going to feel safe with, and I want somebody with whom I'm going to have a natural dynamic, almost as if I've known the person before. And these people tend to put out their sort of heart's call, and they feel like they're trying to draw a specific person, but they don't necessarily know who the person is. When we put out these types of desires, we're likely to call back to us someone that we have already been with in a past life. All of us have lovers that we've been with in past lives before. So if that's what we're seeking, if we're seeking that familiarity, then we're likely to draw in a past life lover. The next desire that I see a lot of people putting out is the desire for intensity. Like, these people are like, yeah, I want to go to the club, or I want to go to the bar, and I just want to meet somebody sexy, and I want to have this amazing romantic encounter with this person, and I want to experience that complementarity and that push and pull between the two of us, and I want this person to be attractive. I want them to look perfect. I want us to look perfect together. I want all my friends to be jealous. I want the most beautiful Instagram photos and Facebook photos, yada yada yada. If you put that sort of desire out, what you're most likely to attract is a karmic partner. Now, a lot of people put out that type of desire and they think that they're going to get back a twin flame. That is not the case whatsoever. If you put out a desire for what is really kind of a superficial connection, right? One that's really hot and really sexy and really romantic and that's going to make everybody jealous, then you're almost definitely going to attract a karmic partner, which is going to be somebody who comes in and you will get that real intensity between the two of you until you resolve your karma together, right? And then the relationship will dissolve and go out of your life. Next, if you put out the desire for your sort of best friend, you want somebody who you can meet, who will understand you, and who's going to stay with you for life. You really want that person whom you share hobbies with and who is going to marry you, and you want to have like the perfect household and just a really happy home environment, and you want to maybe raise a family, and you don't necessarily want them to be just like you, but you want them to really gel with you really well. You want them to be somebody who understands your jokes and who you can talk to naturally and those types of things. If you put out that desire, what you're likely to draw to you is a soulmate, and most likely a primary soulmate, which is a person that we partner with in various lifetimes. Not always as a romantic partner, but in some lifetimes they'll show up as our best friend. In some lifetimes they could even be a parent. In some lifetimes they can even be a teacher or someone else close to us. And those types of connections are usually the most comfortable and the most natural and the most easy to maintain because we have such a soul history with that person. So a lot of people will put out an intention like that, which is a really, really beautiful intention. And again, they'll think that they are attracting their twin flame, but actually they're attracting a beautiful soulmate connection, and there's definitely nothing wrong with that. Our soulmate lifetimes are usually the lifetimes where we have the most harmonious relationships. It's when we marry or partner with a soulmate and everything just kind of flows. The next desire that people put out there is they really, really want like a twin flame connection. They really want a twin flame connection, and they really want to be with somebody who's an aspect of themselves. And maybe they have already done a lot of healing, so they have the desire to draw in a person whom they're going to be able to have an intense soul connection with, but without too much healing. Or they're sort of like, I want the twin flame, but I don't want as much intensity. I don't want to constantly feel like I'm dying and being reborn, and I don't want to constantly have to heal myself, and I don't want to necessarily have to fulfill a mission for humanity, but I really want a twin flame. I want a twin flame connection, but I just want it to be a little bit easier than all the other twin flame connections that I've heard of or that I've seen. When we put out intentions like that, what we typically will draw to us is what I like to call a twin ray connection, or some people call it a near twin. Occasionally people will use the term false twin, although I really think that that's derogatory, because these connections that are really, really close to our twin flame, they will also produce a really amazing journey, and there will also be a lot of healing, and typically they're going to be people who are in our same soul group in the higher realms. There's actually a lot of benefit from partnering with somebody who's like a near twin or who is a twin ray, because usually there'll be just enough difference or just enough complementarity between the two that it can reduce some of the intensity, because not everything will be mirrored, but a lot will be mirrored. And sometimes with twin flames, there can be a weirdness around romance because you're actually the same being, you're actually the same soul. So when people attract, they say kind of, I want a twin flame, except I want it to work really easily. They often attract a twin ray. And what I've seen is that with twin rays or near twins, there's often a little bit of an easier type of romantic connection. If you desire a true equal, your exact one and only equal in the universe, and you desire to really become the best version of yourself, and you desire to face everything, all of your distortions, all of your ways of escaping, all of your illnesses, mental, physical, spiritual, if you desire to see yourself, the good, the bad, and the ugly, reflected in another person who is truly you, and you desire to do an entire lifetime of healing together, and you desire to really, really go go through, the ups and downs with someone, like really to ride out a journey no matter what, and you desire to merge back into oneness with another person, if you desire to see yourself reflected in the eyes of another person, and you desire to do all of your healing work from every single lifetime that you've ever lived, and you feel like you're almost done incarnating, and you desire to transcend to a higher state of consciousness and to do whatever is needed to be able to transcend this current state and reach that next level of consciousness. And if you feel very, very mature and you want a true challenge because you have already mastered all these various other types of relationships, and you feel like you could handle anything at all in the whole of the universe, and that you've discovered such a profound love within yourself that you feel that you could love anyone, no matter their background, no matter their race, no matter their age, no matter their gender, that you have such a high capacity for love, that you are overflowing with love so much, and you just desire to merge that love with somebody else and to use that love to transmute the pain of the world and the pain of yourself, and to transcend in so many ways the current conditions of humanity. If you desire to bring in a higher template of relationships on this planet and to model a higher form of love than has existed in humanity for a very long time, if you desire to do the work necessary to be an ambassador of the highest form of love that can exist within the human framework, then that is actually what will attract your twin flame. I have a video called How I Accidentally Attracted My Twin Flame, and how it happened for me was that I realized that even though I actually had a life where I'd achieved a lot of kind of ego accolades, and a lot of people actually thought that I had the perfect life, I knew that I didn't, and I sort of became aware suddenly of all the things within me that needed healing, and I started to try to heal those things within myself, mental things, physical things, spiritual things, personality things. Like, I became overwhelmed by the amount of healing that I needed to do, and I really put a sincere request to my spirit guides and my angels, like, please bring me someone who is going to make me face all of this. When I attracted my twin flame, it came from that desire to heal. At the time, I wasn't aware of twin flames. I didn't understand the concept. I hadn't heard of the mythology. I didn't know the stages. I didn't know anything about it. Like, I'd heard maybe the term thrown around a couple times. I'd always been really skeptical of people that use the word twin flame, and I kind of thought that they were just experiencing obsessions or even mental illness. Like, I really had questioned that. So when I put out this intention, what I expected to get back was I expected to get a soulmate. Like, I expected to get like a really compassionate soulmate with some natural healing abilities who was going to help me to heal. But what I actually got back instead was my twin flame. So if you're trying to attract your twin flame, you're not going to do that by saying, universe, bring me that sexy someone who I can have a romantic bond with. That is going to attract your karmic partners. And if you're not going to attract your twin flame by saying, I want that best friend that I can marry, with whom I can have a harmonious connection from beginning to end, that will attract your soulmate, not your twin flame. So anyway, I hope that you all have enjoyed this video. My intention with this video was to help you understand how your desires are attracting your partners and how you can shift your desires to attract the type of partnership that you really want. So thank you so much for watching today. It is a pleasure to have you along with me on this journey, and thank you again for watching, and namaste.